Everybody. Decided to grab another track from Drift here to take a listen to. Decided to try something a little bit different. This is one of our sort of faster, more intense tracks. Right now, we haven't really decided on names for anything, but this one's definitely going to be one that I think accompanies a lot of activity in the game. So we're still kind of working on where things get placed, how they get placed. We're still working through, stem exports and things of that nature. But yeah, let's take a listen. Yeah, so that one is definitely a little bit more energetic, I would say, than our main menu track. This is probably about as energetic as we're going to want anything to be in the game. So, really simple construction, F minor all the way through. There's nothing fancy. There's no crazy key changes. We've got these big arpeggiated things that happen. And those, yeah, are really meant to be just sort of a cloud of synthy stuff that happens, right? Like, I think that the way that I recorded that was I recorded a very slow F minor arpeggio, and then I used the Logic stretch feature to sort of speed it up by pushing the region back to give it a really out of time sense. It's not really meant to be strict 16ths or 30 seconds or whatever. It's meant to just be this kind of cloud of sound that kind of comes in and comes out. It swells in and swells out. That is, I believe, if I will look it up real fast, that should be from. It's another sound paint library. I believe it's from their Game Boy library, where they sampled an actual Game Boy. So I think I just put on one of their sort of built-in patches, did some tweaks to it, and then threw a bunch of reverb on it to make it sound spacey. So you get that really open sound. It's then followed by the exact same arpeggio. You can see it here on the piano roll that it's the exact same arpeggio, exact same notes, stretched just a little bit longer to make it still out of time, but now it's more of like a triplet feel. Just a patch from, I believe, the Yamaha DX7 Bank. Again, it's the SoundPaint UDS version because that software is just so easy to use and so nice and so wonderful to modify. So one of the things I'm sure you're already noticing is that this is a lot more textural than the opening. It's a lot less melodic. It's not built on um, really strong melodies. We do quote our main melody here. But really, this one is much more of like meant to be sort of a backing track, and it doesn't want to be kind of out in front of everything other than to sort of be an I don't want to say underscore, but just something that really breathes energy into the experience. These big sort of bonky chords that happen here on beat 1 on measure 6, and then on measure 7, are just from the Heaviosity Vento library. It's a custom patch I made from those, just designed to be a sort of metallic-y but also windy sounding bit of tonal percussion almost here. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole song. It's just kind of that idea with a little bit more layers going forward. We add some, I believe, percussion over here. Just your standard kind of like drum loopy sound. We bring back these clouds to keep everything coherent and cohesive, like it's all from the same piece of music. And yeah, we just kind of move on from there, kind of building to a big conclusion here, where we take the pulse up an octave so that you can really feel that. It's not really a melody, but that's sort of that figure that we've been hearing throughout the track. Da, da. This is an interesting example, I think, of even when I'm doing something like this that's trying to be textural, one of the things I try to do, I don't always succeed, but I try to find a way to have little textural pieces that can almost feel like polyphony, in the sense that you can put these little non-melody figures up against one another. In this case, it's that pulsy figure plus those really high synth pads that together kind of get to have a little mini conversation. It's just like a little moment where you can have two interesting things overlapping. But again, we're not really in this one going for something that grabs your attention too much. We're going for something that kind of just breathes energy into the game here and really kind of makes you want to get stuff done. It's that get stuff done idea. So nothing really complicated. You know, as I was saying in the first track, a lot of the times when I'm working on electronic stuff in particular, I really have to force myself to try to keep it as simple as possible and to really not overwrite, because it's so easy for me, at least, to end up with this sort of mass of electronic noise that where everything is stepping on everything else. Even in this one, I'm hearing that you know, from a production perspective, I'm probably going to need to be going through and working on a few little EQ things to keep, because some things are stepping on each other a little bit here. So yeah, that's another track from Drift. Once again, it's in Steam Next Fest this week. I'll put a link to the store page in the description, and we'll probably do maybe one more walkthrough. We'll see. Here on YouTube of some of the upcoming stuff. The score should be out once we've sort of got it all finalized and ready for the game. Until then, this time I'm actually going to leave you with this whole track, and so I'll sign off and let you listen to it one more time, and I'll see you for the next one.